So say goodbye to your Nomad. Flank watch will need to be done manually if those air jabs aren't down. They're getting pings for Fultz to guide on in. Nitrocell goes off. Fultz just springs in yet again. He does it. It was before, but now he's doing it on the second round. 3 kills for him watching Astro Stairs. Hyper is down below, completely isolated. No Nitrocells. It's already been tossed out. Only be able to get another. Or not. Spraying through the floor, but this is a hopeless situation. Rampy might be able to get that diffuser down. 1 second left, and yes, it's successful. Looking to lock you out of the site. Hyper swings up, and it's a 4th kill for Fultz, as it's utter domination from SSG on that one.
June 16th, 2021, Stage 2 of the NAL, Playday 2. The first match saw SSG take on Dark Zero on Villa. Both teams won their games in Playday 1, and both teams also have a new look compared to Stage 1. Dark Zero has Pambazoo and BC in for Mint and Skies, and SSG has Hot and Cold in for Luke. In this game, Hot and Cold would take on his old team of Dark Zero with his new team, SSG. Much like in their Playday 1 game versus the Sonics, this would be a very swingy game for Space Station. SSG takes the first 3 rounds, Dark Zero then takes the next 6 rounds, and then Space Station takes another 3 to send it to overtime. In overtime, however, Dark Zero manages to win 2 rounds in a row and win the map 8-6. Things to note for this game include, in round 2, Boltz pushes into the site as his teammate is planting the diffuser. Boltz manages to get a quick 3k, and then ultimately a 4th kill to close out the round. In round 5, Eclipse plays Doc with the P90 in the master bedroom closet on the trophy statuary objective. Although he ends up getting killed without refragging, he does waste a lot of time and utility from Space Station. In round 6, Eclipse plays Warden on the kitchen dining objective, but he doesn't hide it with a 6 pick, and we never see much utility come out from it, so I'm not sure what the intent of the pick was. SSG got the opening kill in the first 5 rounds, with Hot and Cold getting 4 of them, but they only got 3 opening kills in the remaining 9 rounds of the game, which perhaps illustrates how they were in control of the game early, but then lost control and ultimately lost the game. NJR played Finka on every single DZ attack round, which was previously unthinkable before the buffs. In round 7, we see a little bit of ADS juggling from Rampy. And in rounds 7 and 13, we see a late round hard push onto the Aviator bomb site come out from DZ, with NJR planting the bomb behind the safe door. SSG is unable to stop this, and after rewatching it, it looks like the second time they do it, they mix it up a little bit. 2 of their players push behind the maps table, and 1 ducks out of sight to make it look like they're planting there, when in fact they are planting behind the safe door. DZ ends up winning both of these rounds. And in the very final round of the game, round 14, SSG fails to check behind the desk in Astronomy, where NJR is playing, and he manages to clean up their last 3 players. Overall, a very exciting and very swingy game. I think both of these teams, again, showed that their new rosters have a lot of potential, but this game also further revealed a few flaws that the teams need to work on.
They got that leadoff pick on the Fultz. Rampy has been down as well. So now NJR will wait, and he sees the head of the Nomad of Thinking Nade. And NJR will just continue to hold this position. SSG have control of bathroom. They know that there's somebody playing inside of Astronomy. Hot and Cold is now being tagged in to deal with it. But there's one on the flank. It's Eclipse down below. He doesn't see Hot and Cold. He gets shredded. Pambazoo pops up. Down goes Bosco. All the while, NJR still in this spot. He's up. And everybody from SSG is down. He'll wait. Nobody from DZ needs to move a single muscle. And there's NJR to finish it off. He has not been the strongest. We'll see if that breaks at all. My speculation, though, about Rudy, as we look towards the other operator that was mentioned on this blitz, was that he would go through blue. Oh, no. Instead, he's going through Freezer, and he's being accompanied by Sippin.
Ooh, there's the molly we were looking for. Rudy will eat a chunk of damage. More than half his HP. And Bolo, he knows what he's doing with this. There's been a lot of potential in Tachanka wrapped up in that utility. You just have to know exactly where to place it, and Bolo has clearly been practicing.
More fire going out in front of Rudy, who's not been able to gap close as much as he wanted. 45 seconds left, and Beast Coast's focus on Freezer, but also at the bottom of main stairs. They don't really have much of an emphasis on the back part of this map. Fozo is there all alone. This is something we've seen from Beast Coast before, where they'll send Fozo through the back stairs to try and split push on his own. Despite the fact that they had a blitz on the board, it doesn't go very well for them, as TSM is just absolutely cleaning up.
Game 2, TSM versus Beast Coast. Really, that first round gives you a good idea of how the entire game goes. This game was an absolute blowout. I don't really have any clips, so we're just going to watch Merc eat this banana. TSM wins the game 7-0. Bolo goes 12-0 over the course of those 7 rounds. Beast Coast loses every opening engagement. One of them is even a team kill. No diffusers were planted in this match, which makes sense as the defense won 6 of the 7 rounds played. However, one good thing about this match, we got to see interaction between a Blitz and a Tachanka, which may never have been seen before in a pro match. So that is a plus.
From that, Disrupt still taking their time about things with 15 seconds left. They know they've got to be a bit careful. There's the finishing blow going on to one of their players, but immediately a response is here from Exit. Craters and Razor are holding on, taking this to the null timer. 3 seconds left. Here's the plant attempt, and it'll more than likely be the only one they get. Iconic oversteps. He goes down. That planter should go down onto the floor, but is there any time for him to react? Yes, there is. He gets the first and the second.
For match 3, we had Disrupt Gaming versus Exet on Villa, with Exet being the one team that didn't play the day before, and this being Razor's debut in pro play. It looked like Disrupt was going to run away with the game after a 5-1 attacking half, but Exet managed to keep the game competitive, and the scoreline was 7-4 in Disrupt's favor. In round 2, Shuttle had a nice plant into 1v2 clutch. For the first 3 rounds, despite not winning any of them, Exet went to 3 different bomb sites, and none of their players played the same ops that they had in any other of these 3 rounds. After round 4, Disrupt used their timeout after Exet had only won a single round. This then allowed Disrupt to win the next 2 rounds and take the half 5-1. In round 6, DP Fire gets a nice 3k with Ash at the end of the round. In round 7, after infiltrating the site, a low health Tomas gets hit directly by a gas canister throw, but still doesn't go down. In round 10, we see an impressive 1v2 clutch come out from Razor. In round 11, the last round of the game, Drip 6 picks off the ace onto the Glaz and does manage to get a kill with the Glaz. Over the course of this game, Disrupt Gaming played all 4 defensive sites.
We'll have enough denial here to help with certain things, like the impacts. Filthy gonna tear one apart, but he immediately gets eviscerated right back. DP Fire so confident he's got the pistol out inside of sight. Can he get the second? Oh, he can.
Construction access, whatever they want to go for here.
Oh,
What is this? There's no one watching CCTV. Faceit just walks right in and kills Benji on the garage catwalk. Faceit gets another pick as well. It does look like he'll get traded at least into a down state there, but still, that's a possible 5v3, 4v3 at its worst. No, it's getting even worse now. Kino with another pickup against Loading, and just like that, only a minute into the round, we are down to Nyx and Quartz defending against the world.
And that right there is how you abuse pacing, folks. Every single person inside this lobby right now is a professional player, and Faceit simply walked through the breach.
The final game of the day was Mirage versus Oxygen Esports on Clubhouse. Much like in their previous game versus Dark Zero, Mirage went down 4-2 in the first half of the game, but then clawed their way back. Unlike in that game, however, instead of merely pushing overtime, they managed to get a win 7-5 against Oxygen. There were a few firsts for Stage 2 in this game. In round 7, Vertical played Capcan, which is the first play of Capcan we've seen in Stage 2. And in round 8, Loading played Capitao, which was the first play of Capitao we've seen in Stage 2. Despite not being banned, as he often is, it wasn't until round 10 of this game that Thatcher was first brought out for this game, and he was played only 1 round in the previous Playday, making this the second time he was brought out in Stage 2. Although it was an exciting game, there weren't too many notable plays. One, however, was in round 9, when Kino vaulted over the railing in Garage to get a nice 2k. And also, if I remember correctly, Clubhouse was the most defender-favored map at the 6th Invitational, but in this game, attackers took 9 of the 12 rounds played.
That's going to be a big first blood onto one of the mainstays for Oxygen.
Waltzes in, the electrics will give off a signal to Kino upstairs. He knows it's a play. What is this aggression? Kino gets the first kill. Over onto the shotty for a second. What a play from Kino. Huge risk involved, but for now, it's worked out. They've got a 4v3. Here's the problem, though. He's locked in a corner, so it's an easy trade for Mirage. Nyx runs right up on his back and takes him down, and that evens.
On day 2, we saw a lot of interesting operator play. Blitz, Tachanka, Doc, Finka, Capitao, Thatcher, Capcan, Glaz. We saw the trend of very rigid attacker lineups continue from the previous Playday. We've now seen all 9 pro teams play. We've seen the first 7-0 of the season. Ash still doesn't seem to be the must pick that she used to be, and TSM looks to be the team to beat. At the end of Playday 2, the rankings are as such. 1 through 7 in order are TSM, Dark Zero, Space Station Gaming, Mirage, Disrupt Gaming, Oxygen, Beast Coast, and tied in last place are the Susquehanna Sonics and Xset.
1 versus 2, had 0 right, excuse me.